Afternoon, beautiful beings. What's up? My name is Jeanette, also known as Ms.FitVegan, and today I'm going to talk to a very, very special guest who knows what's up. Okay, so it's not easy to find people in the world that know what the truth is when it comes to nutrition. So let's get into it. We're talking to Bobby Smith today. I think his name is Fruit Up, and I think we're going to get into all the details because I'm pretty sure he's been on like a watermelon fast for like, I don't know, 20 years. I don't know what's going on here, but everyone is sending me his name and his profile, his YouTube, his Instagram, his Facebook, and yeah, he's making a lot of waves, and I'm excited to talk to anybody who knows about the truth. I just saw a reel of his the other day talking about CMOS, talking how CMOS is for the fish, and I was like, who is this guy? I got to talk to him. So let me bring him in. Of course, he's here because he get into it. We're gonna get into it. Okay, so let's see. Very nice. Okay, he's gonna join. Hey, what's up, Bobby?
What up, what up, what up, what up?
All right, so I'm excited to talk to you. I don't know much about you, but I have to tell you, everybody's sending me your name and saying you have to interview this guy. He's amazing. So you're making a lot of waves in the world.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's that time. It's that time.
Yes, it is. So now tell me, are you, well, first of all, are you raw? Are you vegan? What kind of lifestyle do you live and how long?
Okay, I'm a fruitarian. I live fruitarian. I do fruitarianism. I just started doing fruitarianism completely last September. Yes.
Oh, very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. So I've only actually been in the lifestyle of any type of healthy eating since February of 2022.
Yes.
Yeah, so I really just started. So I eat all fruits. I'm open to eating a raw vegan lifestyle, but that's only like in spurts. But for the most part, I'll be a fruitarian. I eat 100% fruit.
Okay, now I think I know you. Were you on Jillian Berry's page?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah. I did Jillian back in November or December.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember. It was a great interview. I remember
yeah,
you now.
yeah.
Okay. So, tell me, how did you find this lifestyle and why did you choose it? Were you having health issues? Were you overweight? Were you suffering from any, like health ailments?
Oh man, I was overweight. I was an alcoholic. I was a bad father, bad boyfriend. My life was headed towards a downward spiral, and I knew better. I knew how to do better because I studied the truth and studied the lifestyle like 10 years previous to my downward spiral, my downfall. So I knew what to do. So when I decided to stop drinking and do better, I knew what to get into. You know what I'm saying? So I started juicing and started eating more fruits, and I got influenced by Yaki Awaken. I was watching some of his videos, and it kind of sparked what I had already knew. And I just got back into it. I put the alcohol down. I started drinking juice, and we went from there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was really like I had like a 10-year period of life where 5 of those years I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even remember. I was just out here doing all type of stuff. So to be in this position and to be eating this way is really like every day I eat this way. It's like a reminder of the way I used to live. And that's what got me started on here.
Very nice. Wow. Okay, so now can you tell me, because you're obviously a truth seeker or else you would have never gotten this information.
Right.
Can you tell me some truths that you've learned that everyone needs to know about nutrition and health?
Every single thing that we know about nutrition and health is a lie. And that that we never ate real food. our entire lives. There's no such thing as food inside the fast food restaurants we go to. And, we've been poisoned, we've been controlled, we've been manipulated, and it's all like people say. You know, a lot of people always say it's about money. It's about money. It ain't about no money. You know what I'm saying? It's about control. They want to control your mind, and the way they do that is through food. Cause you ever heard of food for thought? Like people be like food for thought. Like, why you always say that? Because food controls what you think. Like what you put in controls how you are, your being, your behavior. So that's why it's so important to eat a healthy lifestyle. And one way they try to manipulate you out of eating a healthy lifestyle is pesticides and poison and all this. And I don't know if you know who Kev Ramon is.
No. Ramon?
Kev Ramon. He's on the watermelon journey. He started it like a couple days.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
He was on the live yesterday with Cali Muscle. And
Cali Muscle, we had an interview and we rescheduled twice, but I'm trying to get an interview with him too.
Yeah, he's a good word. He on the watermelon in the health and everything too. So they had a live yesterday, and Kev said like when you what was we just talking about before we talking about Cali Muscle?
Oh well, we were talking about pesticides.
Okay, yeah. Like he said, pesticides and all of that stuff, the fear mongering that they get from trying to stop you from eating fruits, that is so minute and so small in what we've been eating and how we've been poisoning ourselves that should not be a problem. Eating fruits and vegetables is the best way to rebuild and get healthy. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always say food for thought. It controls your thoughts. The things you put in is what come out. And that's why people act like animals. That's why people act like fake processed people, because they eat fake processed food.
And it seems so obvious, but Bobby, why are there so many people that don't get the connection? Like they will never get the connection. Why you and me can understand it and many people on this call, but so many people cannot?
Okay. I don't know if you follow my post or follow what I put out. So I always got this saying, because I came up off of somebody called the 13th Son. I don't know if you know him or not. But he the old school on YouTube who taught a lot of people coming up. And he used to always say 85% of the entire world is not ever going to get this. Ever. Only 15% will make it. And you know how they used to throw it in our face? You know how like the little Geico commercial used to come on and it used to be like, save 15%. Save 15%. Only 15% gonna get it. 85% of the people will perish for lack of knowledge. I'm a firm, true knower of that. And if you know it, you know it. So if you're not trying to get healthy with all the information out here that's out here to let you know how you not healthy and how you being poisoned, then something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. You're not gonna make it. I mean, there's no time to baby people. There's no time to play. Like, this is the age of information. You got a computer in your pocket. It's no reason to be unhealthy anymore. So, coming from where I come from, I'm like one of them people who you wouldn't. I came out of nowhere. All I did is change myself. And the only way you can change the world is by changing yourself. That's a true statement. That's a true statement. So it is what it is. That's a couple of truths I know.
Yeah, I love it. And I love your style. And I love that you're just speaking your truth. And if whoever wants to resonate with it, they can resonate. And if they don't like it, they don't have to listen. And they're not one of them. They might be part of the 85%. Okay, so listen, I need you to break down the protein thing, because I don't want to say I'm so sick, because I don't get sick, raw vegan. But listen, I'm so tired. I don't get tired either. I'm so done with the protein nonsense, and I need someone like you who's very knowledgeable and you've researched and you know what you're talking about. I need you to tell people that they are what the protein thing is. Like, do we need protein? Are we going to die of a protein deficiency? You only eat fruit for how long? And are you dying of a protein deficiency? What is going on here? And can we end this obsession with protein?
Well, I'm not one of them people who spew out nutritional things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be honest. All I know is protein or amino acids. The body is built of amino acids. What we think about proteins is a myth. We've been lied to, and that's the bottom line. I really don't know more than that. So this is how I live. I live based on how I feel. Like, everything I do is based on how I feel. When I get up in the AM and I rise for the day, what I do is I think about how I feel. That's it. If I don't feel aches and pains and all of that no more. So with protein and all of that, I don't pay attention to none of that. I told somebody, I made a reel the other day. I said, because this is my 99th day of all melons. I said, if you ain't never did 98 days of all melon, how can you go around and tell somebody else what the experience of eating 98 days of melon is? What if I go to the doctor right now, what can the doctor tell me about eating 98 days of watermelon? So why would I go in there and listen to anything he got to say? Because he gonna say, that's not healthy, that's not this. But he don't know because he never experienced. He been taught in a book or by somebody else who misled him. So I live off the experience. That's what I'm doing. And that's why life becomes joyous. You don't worry about things that other people tell you. You worry about how you feel. And that's it. So if I feel good, I don't worry. It's really that simple.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Because you know what? When we used to eat dead animal body parts, we didn't feel so good.
No.
So yeah, you know, everyone's obsessed with this protein thing, but it's like when you were eating that protein, you didn't feel good. You didn't feel good. Now, okay, 99 days on melon. Hold on now. You got my respect, Bobby, because listen, I had never done that. I'd never done it. I want to know what led you to that. Why did you decide to do it? And yeah, how's it going?
Okay, so what I do is I challenge myself. I got if you look back on my history for the last year, I've done like 4 or 5 challenges of my own. Like I did 30 days of smoothies, 10 days of fruit bowls. Then in January we did 7 days of oranges, 7 days of grapes. So I was preparing myself for this. Then I did 50 days of oranges. Well, I tried to do 50 days of oranges, and I did 36 days. And that experience led me to the watermelon. I told my girlfriend, I was like, when the summer come, I'm gonna eat watermelon from May to October. I was just playing around though. I wasn't even really thinking like that. But what happened was in my 30 days of smoothies from April to May, I started eating other stuff besides the smoothies. I was eating chips. I was eating a lot of nuts and walnuts and cashews and stuff. And I started gaining weight and I wasn't feeling good. So that's what kind of catapulted me to the challenge to do. I was going to do 75 days of watermelon. And once I got on the journey, I did the watermelon washout with a Facebook group. We had 100 members in there. It was going crazy. And the energy in there was so vibrant and so loving that it led me to just keep going and keep going. We got people from the June 1st watermelon washout who still riding with me on the washout right now. Stacy Rickman Patrick and Larry Williams, they both on like day 80 or something crazy. So, and
yeah,
Jennifer like on day 60. So it's people who still was in that challenge who eating watermelon with me right now.
Incredible. And I'm going to ask you why watermelon. I feel like that's a silly question because, it's summer, it's perfect. But why watermelon? What are some of the benefits of watermelon? And how is it going? How do you feel?
Well, watermelon is my favorite fruit. That's why I got it in my logo.
Oh,
you feel me?
Me too. Yes, me too.
Yes. So it's my favorite fruit. It's the easiest fruit to digest on the planet. You know what I mean? So when you eating watermelon, not only do it make you feel full real fast, but it digests super fast. So really hydrating. I don't drink no water. Like I don't drink no water. I eat and drink all watermelon. It blends well. It gives you so much energy. It tastes well. The sugar in it is like you can, like now that my taste buds converted over, I can taste the natural sugar inside the fruit. And the fruit, the watermelon sugar tastes so phenomenal. Like I tell people all the time, if you can't taste the natural sugar in fruit, that's why you can't eat it. And you eat too many other ingredients because the body don't want to eat more than one fruit at one time. It really don't. It works best on one fruit. And people won't know this unless they do it. That's the problem. Why are we all out here fussing and crying and hoorahing about one man, two men eating all watermelon, but ain't nobody else did it to tell you how the experience is supposed to go? So who else you gonna listen to? Everybody waiting on me. Like then we had the lady who died, the fruitarian lady who died.
Yes.
Rest in peace to the lady. I don't know nothing about her, but I don't know why she died or nothing. But ever since that story came out, it's like people been waiting on us to die or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, I feel the best I ever felt in my life. Like, can't nobody tell me like this is not the way to live. And they can't tell me that because they don't live this way. And that's why I encourage people to fruit up. That's why I encourage people. That's why I get on here and talk the way I talk, because I want people to feel this way. I don't want you to be blind to the fact that you don't feel this way. Like, you're supposed to feel good. My energy don't look right because you're eating dead animals. You're eating too many processed foods. Like, processed foods got to get processed by you. So the brain got to work all day to process all that food. That's why you can't feel this energy. You can't receive it the way I do, because you're eating too much. You're thinking too much. So I tell people all the time, experience, experience, experience. Quit telling people stuff you read in a book. Quit telling people stuff what other leaders in the past and stuff told you. It's leaders in the past and stuff who was eating and stuff who didn't even eat like this. So I don't know. That's where I'm at with it.
I agree. There's so many theorists and so few practitioners. And, clearly you're a practitioner. You want to see, does it work? Am I going to feel good? And I'm sure if you didn't feel good, I'm sure you wouldn't be doing it still, right?
That's fact.
So now, okay, tell me, do you think, who are some of your mentors? You mentioned a few, but who are some of the people that you've studied and some of the books that you recommend people get?
Right now, I rock heavy with Yaki Awaken.
Yeah, by the way, I would love to interview him. Somebody said, why don't I interview him? Why am I overlooking him? I've reached out, just so you guys know. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Okay, just a heads up.
Yeah, yes. Yaki, I went to one of his events in Philly just like a couple weeks ago. And to hear him speak in person was something different. And the energy behind all that he got going on and all the healing he doing, and it's just like a reminder of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And the 13th Sun, that's who I came up on. I represent the 13th heavy. That's why I originally did 103 days, because of the 13. The 13 is the highest number in the universe. People gonna argue with you and say, no, 9 is the highest number and all that, but I don't get into it. I just know what I know. Who else? All of our leaders, Dr. Sebi. Right now, you want to believe it or not, I get a lot of advice from Lachey Taylor. She's a raw vegan on Facebook, and we've been friends, building friendship since like November, and she helped me out with all my groups and everything that I got going on Facebook and everything. And the way she spit knowledge is crazy. She's like my personal coach. The way she spit knowledge is ridiculous.
I will look her up. I don't know her.
Oh my God, you got to get her on too. Her name is Black Pineapple on Instagram, She
Okay.
is fantastic, and the way she spit out information, she's taught me so much. And I just that's where I get like I'm not a knowledgeable person when it comes to this dieting and all that. I'm really not. I'm like more of a motivator. I'm like more of a person who tell you like, man, get up and try it. Stop doing all that bad stuff. I really can't tell you exactly what's happening with your thyroid, what's happening with your knee, and I can't do that. But that's what she do for me. So I go to Lachey Taylor for all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more of a motivator. I'm more of an encourager, and I'm more of a realist. You know what I'm saying? So I really just do this for me. So that's one of my main mentors out here right now. And Kev Ramon, I talk to him a lot. Cali Muscle, I'm starting to talk to him a lot. These are high level individuals who, you know, do a lot of stuff for and a lot of big time influencing. So that's just where I'm at with it, you know. So also though, I did learn a lot from Dr. Sebi, man. Like that's who originally I started listening to, Dr. Sebi, and then like later on I ran into Yaki, and then later on when I got older. But those were the main influencers.
Yes, amazing. And rest in peace to Dr. Sebi.
Definitely.
Okay, now, so Bobby, what do you do when you want to give up? You know, I'm sure the last 99, you said
Mhm.
99?
Tomorrow, day
I
100.
feel honored. I got you on the 99. You got 99 problems, but watermelon ate one. So let me ask you, what have you done when you wanted to give up? When you wanted to eat cooked food or you wanted to eat something else? What kept you going?
um, the energy that I created, like everything that's going on in life, there's like it's a reason for. The watermelon is symbolic of something. I think we yet to find out. But what's happening is, if you notice on the internet, there's so much talk about watermelon that is crazy. People getting tired of hearing about watermelon. So what keeps me going is the energy around me. Like my kids, all in this, all in my family. Everybody know what I'm doing. So like I live with my son now. He live with me. So like he see me open the refrigerator and grab something that's in there that I don't eat. Be like, Dad, you know what I'm saying? Like what you doing? So it's like I don't want to let nobody down, especially myself. So it's just that I'm a firm believer in sticking to doing what you said you were gonna do, what you said you were gonna do, and that's what this has taught me. And when you do what you say you're gonna do, you get rewarded in ways you didn't know you were going to get rewarded. And it's all about sticking to the script that you write down for yourself and getting better in life. So that's what this has created for me. I don't have cravings and stuff a lot anyway because I'm a fruitarian. I was eating high level fruit anyway. So it kind of just, and I went in with the mentality to get rid of those cravings. And I do have thoughts of other food. I want to eat some other food. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, saying perfect, but this is the first journey where this is the best I've ever done on any journey. So I feel really good. I can't wait to August 31st. And then September 1st, we got something on Facebook called the Fruit Up Till 5 Challenge, where we getting people in. We letting them, me and Casino Crisis, you need to get with him too. They had an amazing transformation. He's becoming a big time influencer on the internet. And me and him coming together and doing a challenge. And we got a Fruit Up Till 5 where people come in, they eat fruit till 5 o'clock. And then after that, they can have a whole food plant-based meal. And we're going to coach them through it. And we're going to have contests in there. We're going to have exercise routines, ebook giveaways, all type of stuff. So it's $20 to join on Facebook. And you can DM me or Casino or Lachey Taylor for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And so I'll leave all links on YouTube and everybody go to Fruit Up. Wait, what's your full name? Fruit Up
Yep.
13. Yeah, okay, very nice. And somebody just said, I think it's Renee, can you please list all the mentors he mentioned once this is over? Okay, listen, if somebody does me a favor and DMs me all the mentors that Bobby mentioned, I will send you a free book, one of my books, any book you want. Okay, just list all the mentors because like I need them too. You know, Black Pineapple, everybody he mentioned. Do me a favor, list that, and I'll put it under this video, and I'll send you a free meal plan or whichever book you want. Okay,
Beautiful.
so now, Bobby, a few more questions. Well, this might be difficult, but if you could rewind and you could go back to the first few days or weeks of your journey, like the very beginning of when you started eating a fruit-based diet, um, how did you do it? How did you fight those cravings in the very, very beginning?
Okay, so my journey is a little different. If you go on my YouTube, you would see like
Okay.
Brewed Up with Bobby Smith. Is I started off a little unorthodox. I was still doing ecstasy pills. I was still smoking cigarettes. I was doing all that. Only thing I stopped doing is drinking alcohol and stop eating meat. And what happened was during
So,
the
so, so
first,
wait, you were eating fruit and doing like drugs?
yes,
That is crazy.
yes, I
I
was
don't
going
think I
to
met
the gym.
anybody like
I was
that.
going to the gym off ecstasy pills and stuff because my drug habit was so bad.
Yes.
So only thing I had stopped doing was drinking alcohol. So when I stopped drinking alcohol and eating meat, what happened was, excuse me, during the first 2, 3 months, I didn't exercise or nothing. I was just going to work, walking around, and drinking juice. And when I come home and I eat ramen noodles and chips or whatever, just to not eat meat. So I started losing weight though. And that's why I tell people you can lose weight if you just stop eating meat. And I was eating still junk food and stuff, but I lost like 30 pounds in 2 months without doing nothing but drinking juice and stuff and walking at work. So that was motivation for me to do better. So I made a goal. I got to a weight of 226 pounds. And I was like, I never can remember being under 200 pounds in my life. So I was like, if I can get to under 200 pounds by the end of May, it was the end of April. I said, by the end of May, I want to be under 200 pounds. I made that goal, and it was the most motivating stuff ever. And I took off from there.
Wow.
That's what kept me going. So then I stopped smoking cigarettes. I stopped doing the drugs and all of that, and just started toning in and learning more and studying more and just indulging into the lifestyle. I wasn't even on Facebook. I took a year. I haven't even been on Facebook for 1 year. I haven't been on Instagram I just got on Instagram, I think, in November. So all of this is just new. So I got 108,000 followers on Facebook, and it's just all for just being myself and showing people that all you got to do is stick to something that you say you're going to do. It's building discipline. And you build discipline by getting up every day and doing the same thing. Even if you fall off of that same thing routine, you got to get up and do it again. Don't beat yourself down. If you say you're going to eat 3 days of watermelon, right? And you start off one day and you start doing good. By the end of the night, you eat a Snickers before you go to bed. When you get up the next morning or the next day, just start eating watermelon again without thinking about that Snickers you ate. That's what you got to do, because you're not perfect and you can't try to be perfect. You got to know that you're not and just try your best or do your best.
Yes, I love that advice, Bobby. Because the successful people, they fail too. They fall off too, but they get back on up faster than the
And they don't look at it
unsuccessful.
as failure. It's not failure. Failure, so say right now I was to eat something, right? Would I be a failure? Would I be a failure if I was to eat something else? I wouldn't look at, your perception is everything. So your perception can stop you. That's what stops you, your perception. When you go to bed after you ate that Snickers, you're going to be so hard on yourself the next day, you're just going to start eating bullshit again. So it's best to just know that you're not perfect and just get up and do your best. Stop trying and just keep getting up and doing.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. That's it. That's the secret. That's the secret. And you've probably gotten a lot of confidence too from keeping your word to yourself.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Because one thing I always struggled with was being a man of my word. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that I value now. It's something that I built. And it's something that you got to practice. Everything all shortcomings in your life, you have to practice on being good at. You're not going to wake up or get up one day and be good at everything that you was not good at. It's just not going to happen. That's with eating, that's with thinking, that's with everything. So you have to practice how to think, practice how to move, practice how to talk to other people. And you start by doing it with yourself.
Practice how to eat a healthy
Yeah.
lifestyle, like eat a fruit-based diet. It takes practice. Like you just said, it's so wise because like people are expecting to be like it's going to be easy in the beginning. No, it takes the practice. Like, Michael Jordan, he was cut from his basketball team in high school. Like, don't ever forget that. And the people that you look up to, they've been doing stuff for 10, 20, 30 years, and they've been doing it every day.
You don't start off great, you become great. So nobody starts off great. You become great. You become a great being. You become a being. You become yourself. You come into your own. So that's a journey. And you can never overlook or devalue the actual journey. The actual journey is the enjoyment I'll be talking about. Like when I look around sometimes at life, no matter I be sitting here sometimes with no money because I'm not far removed from who I was. So sometimes I sit here struggle and all of that, but I will never sit here and feel like life is bad. Like, why is life? What is a problem? A problem is something you create that you don't like in your life. You can change. You don't even have to have problems. You just have to be who you are. And like when I look around sometimes, it's like no reason at all to be sad, mad, depressed. Depression is nothing but not liking your own thoughts, putting too much pressure on your brain, too much pressure on your life. And just let it go. Make it simple. Get up, eat one thing. Don't worry about cooking all the time. Don't worry about what's in this fruit. What happened to this man when this happened? And this, do your own experience. Do yourself. Do your life. And make it simple.
Amen. You're a preacher, so I'm just trying to take it all in. But I recommend everybody watch this twice because there's things you're not gonna really get the first time. I'm gonna watch this twice. So now, Bobby, I'm glad you brought up Zana before, the influencer that did pass away, the young lady that passed away. She was apparently on a fruit-based diet. We don't know. And we also don't know what happened too. That I just want to be clear on that because a lot of people, it's kind of died down now, but people in the mainstream are just assuming it's because she ate fruit. But I've heard she had pancreatic cancer. I heard she was on radiation chemotherapy. I heard, people saying she was anorexic, people saying she wasn't eating anything. I heard she was, doing drugs. There's so many things. We don't know. Rest in peace. But we don't know. So that's important. And thanks for bringing her back up because I'm still getting messages and I'm sure many people have, tried to criticize what you're doing based on that news article. So now, can you please tell me how do you deal with friends and family? How do you go to social outings? Listen, you're eating just watermelon for 99 days. So this is like the ultimate, you can't really go to a restaurant and order a watermelon. So how are you dealing with this socially?
I don't go, if I do go places, I've built up the discipline not to eat other things. So, I do a lot of intermittent fasting, so it's easy for me not to eat. I go most of my days, this is what I do. I drink about 3 of these. These are 50 ounces right here. So, and I blend up those frozen watermelon and fresh watermelon together. So I have about 150 ounces. Sometimes I don't even have 150 ounces. So it's like I got to a level now where, like I heard Kev talking about it last night, where you really don't think about eating too much. And that's what you learn on this journey, that you really be like, wow, I eat a lot. I think about eating a lot. Eating kind of run my life, and it's just really shouldn't. This is only fuel. I just took a 3-mile walk. I just did this, and I remember like, oh, I got an interview. And during the walk, I was thinking like how food is only fuel. This water, I had a 50-ounce watermelon for breakfast today, and it got me through it got me through most of my afternoon and everything without a problem. I did a 3-mile walk, came home, made another one. I feel fantastic. So it's really, food is just fuel. So I don't really deal with that. Like, people know what I do. People don't offer me food. Most of the time I go around with the talk is about health, because people respect you so much. That's all they want to talk about, and they get free consultations. So that's what happens. It's all fun. People know what I do. I've learned to handle pressure. You know, I've learned to handle it. And one thing about me is I build my own pressure. I put it out there for myself, and I just take it on. I put the pressure on myself. I tell people what I'm going to do. They say you shouldn't do it, and I do it.
Yeah, it goes back to your word. You know, I think that's interesting, Bobby. And what I got from that, what you just said, is like, when you start taking yourself seriously, other people will take you seriously.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
Like you start really taking your health and making it a priority, and then everyone around you is gonna be like, oh, I guess they are serious this time. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So then I'm gonna stop offering them. I'm gonna stop trying to pressure them. I'm gonna stop. Yeah. And another question: did you have to change your friend group because you like you said, you were drinking, you were doing drugs? Like, do you still have any friends? Sorry about that. Do you have any friends that you used to hang out with that you still talk to? Have you been able to maintain those friendships?
Oh yeah. I haven't changed much. One thing about me is I still talk the same. I was the way I am. I was this way before I started eating healthy and stuff. Like, I used to tell people about themselves and tell them the truth and all of that anyway. So I still talk to people like who still doing bad and my family and stuff. But a lot of people starting to come on board. They see the energy that I create, and it's not a joke. It's not a gimmick. When you see where I come from, like when people around me who know me, they like, yeah, that dude came from, like, everybody was better than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was better than me. I was the guy you look at and be like, at least I'm not that guy. So it made you feel good about yourself. So when somebody comes from all the way from that to doing all the way better than you are, eating wise and thinking wise and clarity and all that, what kind of pressure do you think that puts on people? Like, wow, this guy came from, that's the guy I used to at least feel better than. Now what do you do? So when I come around, it's like pressure. It's like a light being shined on darkness. You know what I'm saying? Because, and I'm not even like that. I'm a real humble dude in person. Like, I'm real humble. On the internet, I talk crazy and everything because on the internet, that's what the energy is. You know, it's hard to even receive the love that is so much hate on the internet. You know, it's hard to even bypass it. I could look at a post, it'll be like 20 people showing you love, and I see one bad comment and hone in on it because that be the energy. Because it's like you just want to say something to people who don't have the audacity, or who do have the audacity to say something, and you look at their picture and stuff, and they got a cigarette in their hand.
Or they don't have a picture. They usually don't even fucking have a fucking picture. Yeah.
So, but you have to remind yourself like that all the energy is needed. Everybody's entitled. But if it wasn't needed, it wouldn't be done. That's how I think about it. You know what I mean? So it's how I perceive it and deal with it. And I've learned to deal with hate and turn it into love. So whenever somebody try to bash me or do bad things to me, I don't give it back in that way. I just use it and promote it.
Can you expand on that? If it wasn't needed, it wouldn't be done. What do you mean by that?
like everything happens for a reason. Everything that, like, if I can't tell you what to say, I can't tell somebody not to bash me. I can't say, oh, you shouldn't say that about me, because they can say that. If they couldn't, they wouldn't be allowed to. So everything that people do, they just don't realize what they're doing. Like, if you think about it like this, if you think about it like everybody who leaves negative comments for no reason, who leave them without a just cause, who don't know why they're leaving them, who don't know what a part of the energy they are, those are the 85%ers. Those are the people who are robots, people who are programmed, who don't live off experience. People who you say, hey, man, I just did 50 days of watermelon. And they're like, that's crazy. You know, your kidneys are flushing and this. How do you know all that? Are you inside my kidneys right now? His kidneys are suffering. Those are robots, because they learned that from somebody else's experience. That's a programming. I can tell you how it is to live off watermelon and how it is to live off all fruits and how to change your life and stop drinking alcohol, because those are my experiences. I don't go around talking about rocket science or NFL and NBA basketball. I don't do that because I don't experience it. Yeah. So I talk about what I experience. I don't tell people. I never go on anybody's comments. This is something I never ever do. I've never been on somebody else's comment or page or platform and tell them what to do. Never.
You're too busy doing. You're too busy doing.
I don't worry. Worrying is war with yourself. I don't worry. I don't go to war with myself. I love myself.
Oh, you're dropping a lot of knowledge here. Thank you very much, Bobby. I knew I needed to interview you, and I would like to do another one. But as we close this interview, I just wanted to acknowledge everyone that's watching. Thank you so much for being here. You're definitely part of the 15%. If you found Bobby's page or my page, you part of the 15. I wanted to also acknowledge To Gucci 2 times. Reach out to me. He says that he also changed his life and he has a testimony, and I would love to hear it. I would absolutely love to interview you. I also wanted to acknowledge somebody, I can't remember who, but somebody mentioned Dr. Africa. So Dr. Layla Africa, definitely. I don't know if you know who that is.
I've endorsed it to all of that.
I would love to interview him. If anybody has a connection with him, I have a few of his books, and they are absolutely phenomenal. Hey, Kathy, what's up? And so, yeah, if anybody has any questions for Bobby, we have a few more minutes. So please leave them in the comments or in the question section, and I'll ask him. So, Mr. Fix a Plate. Yeah, I think you're the one who mentioned Dr. Africa. Yeah, you can have an interview. Yeah. DM me, of course. I would love to interview you, or you interview me. And now somebody asked, Jim, do you go to the gym? Do you work out on the watermelon, like 99 days?
Okay, now I was working out real tough before the watermelon. Okay. And for some reason, I got lazy during the watermelon. Not lazy, but I didn't feel like working out no more. And now I'm back to working out. I'm walking more. I'm doing a little lifting. And next month during my Fruit Up Till 5 challenge, I'm a Casino Crisis helping me out with a little routine that I'm going to go through and try to build a little more muscle. I'm not one of them guys who want to be real muscular and stuff, but I do want to tone up a little bit, and my girlfriend don't want me all wiry, so.
Yes. And then you're going to show everybody that you absolutely can build muscle on just fruit. Indeed. Like, absolutely. So, hey, what's up, Richard? Thanks for joining. Richard will be at the Woodstock Fruit Festival, and I heard that you might be blessing us with your presence.
Indeed.
Are you? Where are you right now?
I'm in Toledo, Ohio.
Oh, Ohio.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Huh. Yeah. I'll be in Ohio.
You been to Ohio before?
I go to Ohio every year because there's a summit. It's called the Summit of Greatness. Every year I go to Ohio, and I'll be there in 2 weeks in Columbus. I don't know if you're near Columbus.
I'm about 2.5 hours away from Columbus.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a little far, but yeah, if you were closer, we'd do an interview in person.
No,
But so I heard that you're promoting the Woodstock Fruit Festival, and I also heard you have a code, um, a discount code. So do you want to tell your followers and my followers how they can save money at the Woodstock Fruit Festival?
definitely, definitely. I'm honored actually to be a part of this and to be associated with it at all. I definitely going to be attending the Woodstock Fruit Festival. If you want to register, and once you pay, you can use my code Fruit Up and get $100 off your total price, your total package. So get in there. I'm trying to get as many people to go as we can and have a ball. You know, I heard it's a really, really good time. And it's something that I never experienced before, a new part of life for me, and I'm looking forward to it. Looking very much forward to it.
Yeah, if you're attending, would love to, yeah, let's talk about you doing a workshop speaking there. I would love to have
Yeah,
you do something there.
beautiful,
Because
beautiful.
yeah, we need more truth in the world. It's hard to find. There's a lot of false information on the internet. The Woodstock Fruit Festival is the place where you will absolutely find out the truth about nutrition and fruit and the healing benefits of fruit. And we're having it, people are asking, we're having it January, the last week of January in Homestead, Florida. You want more details, you can go to thewoodstockfruitfestival.com or email me, Jeanette at thewoodstockfruitfestival.org. Bobby, are
Yeah.
you coming to the next Yaki event in DC? People want to know if you're going to be there in
I'm actually
DC.
going to the next one in Detroit. I thought it was in October.
Oh man, I
Oh
gotta,
man, it
maybe
was
I
so
can go.
nice. I actually spoke at the last Yaki event. It was crazy. He invited me on stage to say a couple words and tell my story a little bit, and it was like a crazy energy inside there. So yeah, I'm gonna and wherever it's a tour that he on. So I definitely will be in the one in Detroit. I can't say I'll be in DC though.
Okay, and yeah, I'm excited to. People have so many questions for you, but I just want to say I'm excited to read your book one day. I feel. Have you thought about writing a book?
I have. I actually started on writing my own book, like, cause I'm a good writer, but I just never write. So or I fell off the writing that I was doing. So I used to read and indulge in reading and writing, but since I became such an influencer, I've stopped reading as much. But I've just started doing a little more, and I actually started playing around with something. So yeah, I actually have thought of a whole lot about writing a book.
Keep us posted. I'm excited to write
For
to read
sure,
your book. I'm excited
it's
because
gonna happen.
yeah, I know it's going to be a major turning point for a lot of people's lives to read, you know, your knowledge. And yeah, anybody have any other questions pending? I know I probably missed a few. Sorry about that. You guys are amazing, and thank you so much for being here.
Indeed,
Yeah, people
indeed.
want to.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Of course, I'm excited to meet you in person at the festival. And also, well, last question I'll ask you, which people want to know. Um, why no, like, do you believe humans should be eating vegetables, nuts, and seeds? How do you feel about this stuff? Is it for humans? Or do you think that just fruit is the only food for
No,
humans?
my thing is fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, berries, all of those are for human consumption. I say I tell people you don't actually need vegetables and stuff to live. You can live off all fruits. You don't have to, but you can. So I'll probably end up doing the Doug Graham 80-10-10, something like that. And that'll be my diet or my living. So, yes, vegetables are cool. I plan on doing vegetables all month of September after 5 p.m. And yeah, they fine. I don't have no problem with it. I want to eat all fruits. That's just a difference with me. I love the way fruits make me feel and the way they transform my thinking and my life. So that's what I plan on sticking to.
Yes, very nice. And there's many ways to be a healthy human, you know.
Yeah,
If you feel like eating vegetables when you wake up, then do it. Do it, boo. You
yeah.
know,
Do
I
what you
like
want to
Bobby's
do.
perspective. Yeah, I like how you're doing your thing. You're not like telling anybody how to do it. You're just sharing what you're doing and
That's
what's
it.
working for you. And I agree too. Like fruit is just like it's so good and it makes me feel so good and it's just like it's working for me 13 years now. So
Beautiful.
why change it? You
That's
know?
like the only reason why I argue points, like when people see me make reels about against CMOS and against
Yes.
stuff, is because those are like during my live videos and people are telling me like, hey, you need some CMOS. And I'd be like, and I have to explain to them like, hey, CMOS is perfectly fine, but you don't need CMOS.
Tell us in case anybody missed it, why don't you need it?
It's for fish. CMOS is for fish. It's not. Humans can consume it, but it's really not for human consumption.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you really think about it, yes, you can consume it, but it's really not for you. It's for fish. But we're not going to get it. You don't need it. It has great benefits, but you don't need it to thrive.
I agree.
Fruits can heal you. Fruits can heal you faster than CMOS. I don't care what nobody says.
I agree completely because I swim, Bobby, in the ocean every day, and I've never once been like, you know what? I think I want to try this. I've never once, ever once been like, that looks good. But I've been to a mango farm, and I've been like, ooh, I really want to try this mango.
Right.
So, Bobby, last question, because I want to pick your brain.
Go ahead.
Why can't humanity seem to use common sense when it comes to food choices? Yes, you talked about the 85% versus the 15, and that makes sense. But why is it so hard for us to use our common sense? Because to me, it's just common sense that like the food that we can just eat easily, apples, watermelon, grapes, this makes sense to be our food. The food that is processed that we have to cook and then we have to soak and then we have to blend and then we have to process, this doesn't make sense for us to be food for us, like the CMOS and stuff. So can you help me understand why can't we why is it so uncommon to have common sense?
Okay, because we're in a spiritual war.
Spiritual warfare.
when you look at TikTok videos and you look like Instagram and all of these platforms, what they're doing is they're pushing the people who are showing you what's poisoning you. So like, and I don't know these people personally. I don't even know if these people truly exist. I don't know if they bots or not. But
right.
People like Keith Lee and people like that, they promote these people because they're showing you poison. They're promoting the poison. So the war is on the internet. It's hard to even find this type of information if you're indulged in that world. It's going to be bypassed. It's going to be looked down on. Then you got stuff like when I put out a picture, the talk is not about how good I'm doing on my 99 days of watermelon. It's about how sick people think I look. It's about this guy is doing the wrong thing or he looks malnutrition. That's because that's the programming. We're programmed to believe that unhealthy is healthy. That's it. It's really that simple. So until you step out of the matrix and take control of your own destiny, which is weird, the etymology of the word weird is to control your own destiny. So you can call me weird all you want to, because that's exactly what I'm doing. I take my destiny into my own hands and I feed myself the best way that I can. People say, oh, you don't grow your own fruits. You're not getting the best nutrient. I don't. See, those are bots. Your intention is everything. I'm on the side of the Most High every day because I intend to put the best food in my body. That's it.
Yes. I love it.
Simplicity.
And we do the best we can. I'm sure if we had our own fruit farm, we'd be eating from the fruit farm. And one day we will, right? That's everyone. Everyone's, yeah. Same. Do the best you can. Good, better, best, Yeah. So like, if the best you can is to eat a seedless watermelon, then you eat that seedless watermelon. But if you can find seeded, do it.
I don't get into that. I don't get into all of that. I really don't. I go to the store, I look at the best fruit possible, and I eat it. I mean, it's really that simple. And when you don't play mind tricks with yourself, oh, should I eat this? Should I not eat this? What about this? You advance faster because you actually get the benefits of what they're telling you is poison, but it's not. So you don't hesitate to eat poison when you say you're rewarding yourself, do you? Oh, I'm having a reward for the week. I did great for the week. I'm going to have some poison. Like, it don't make sense. So just keep things simple. Come up with your own philosophy, your own way of living and thinking. And the way to do that, an easy way to do that is get off the internet for a while. Get off the internet for a while. Go on your own lane. Read books. Write. And get as much alone time as you can without the influence of other people's thoughts. And that's how you're going to learn how to control your own destiny truly.
Great advice.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Bobby.
Thank
you are awesome. Thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you. Likewise. Likewise.
Yeah, you're like so wise, and thanks for sharing your knowledge, your experience, and you know, just like common sense that we all need in our life. And yeah, I'm so excited to meet you and interview you again.
Yeah.
And thank you very much, everyone, for watching.
Thank
If you liked this kind of content, do me a favor, follow Bobby on Instagram, and I'll leave his links below if you're watching on YouTube. And give this a thumbs up, and maybe share this with someone who might need it. And, you know, somebody commented, Lady Yogus, sorry, I don't know how to say that, but they wrote, it's taxing trying to convince family and friends to switch their diet. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. Take a advice from Bobby, which is, you know, set the example.
Yeah.
And they're going to come if they are part of the 15%. They are going to join you.
Right.
Take some advice, because yeah, you can really stress yourself out, and it's very taxing, and it's very hard to care about people more than they care about themselves.
You got to protect your own peace. You got to protect your own peace. That's it.
Yes. And there you go.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, Bobby. And we will talk soon. And thanks everybody for being here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bobby.
Yes, yes. Have a great one.
You too.